All right, we are back. It's only a little time has passed, but we are back in day 4. I took all the stuff that we cooked off of our fireplace, and we got another screamer. So even though our horde base isn't completely upgraded, this is a good time to test to make sure that it's going to function like it's supposed to. So she should come up the steps, and she's going to come down one of those two paths. And when she gets here, boink, we just bonk her a little bit. Now, I have to upgrade these just so that we don't, because that little block does not have a whole lot of health. All right, so let's just get all of this to at least base wood status, because here comes her little friends. So, perfect place to start the day. We get to test out the horde base, make sure everything is up to code, so to speak, before we actually have to deal with horde night. And this is exactly how we're going to fight on horde night. All right, we're gonna, of course, get all of this upgraded. This will all be cobblestone so that the zombies just can't run through it and get to us and kill us on our first horde night, because it would be a terrible beginner strategy if I can't show you how to survive your first horde night. That's the whole point of this whole strategy. All right, so we know things are gonna work. We don't want them down here messing up too much, so we're gonna go ahead and bring the pipes up in. All right. But that's essentially how our horde base is. This looks so crazy over here, but we're not gonna worry about it. They can still get right up. All right. Well, didn't even get to get a proper intro in. Good day, good people. It is clearly day 4. We can see that our horde base is completed structurally, but we've got a lot of upgrading to do. The only thing that I did in between ending the last episode and starting this one was I went ahead and started crafting us some forged iron, because we are going to see if we can make both a wrench and a claw hammer. So we need 12 forged iron for that and for that. So we're going to have to choose. And I think I'm going to choose a wrench, simply because having the wrench is going to make it easier for us to get iron until we start a whole mining operation. And since we won't be starting a mining operation anytime soon, it'd be better to have the wrench, because breaking down some stuff is going to give us more iron. So first we need to make some duct tape. I just so happen to know that the duct tape recipe is glue and cloth. These will be things that you'll learn as you continue to play through the game. And as I told you before, you're going to need a lot of duct tape through your playthrough. So we'll go ahead and craft our wrench, and we're going to put everything else away. All right. Now, we know that the trader restocks today, but we're going to go do this mission first, come back, drop everything off, grab all our stuff to sell, and then we'll see what he has for us. We actually just got another skill point for killing those zombies. So, as I said, we're going to be boosting our weapon. We need to get strength, this um, skill tree, to level 7. Getting it to level 7 is going to let us take Pummel Pete to level 4, which, as you see, killing blows grant 20 stamina. So that's going to help us kind of maintain our stamina as we're fighting the zombies. Might help if I actually spend a point, huh? So that's going into Pummel Pete. That upgrades again at level 5. So we'll put another point in there at level 5. And then it's going to take us 4 points. So it's 2 points per level once you get past level 5. And I think that's up until like level 8 or 9 where it starts taking 3 points. But there are some items that we can find and or craft that will kind of help us not have to put that many points in there. Plus, I'm only taking you through day 7 in this tutorial. So that's not even something that we really need to get too deep in the weeds about. Well, we are on our way. I don't even remember where this mission was. I think it was was it the Purser residence? I think it was the Purser residence. Either way, we're headed there. We're going to get this mission done. We're going to... only downside to that cracker book is that it is not a place that a mission will ever be, since it's no tier. So we have to wait for it to naturally respawn. Oh, this place. So this is the place where they were beating on the bus, and I was saying that the bus was going to explode in the last episode, but apparently that did not happen. And this is another one of those places where I'm going to be using the fact that I already know that place. Man, we are getting all the loot bags today. Alright, this is for assault rifle crafting. Alright, so our wrench crafted, we're going to bring that down here. And vitamins come in handy to make sure that you don't get infected. So if I were to take a vitamins and I get hit by zombies, I cannot get infected like I normally would if I hadn't taken the vitamins. So, apparently, I want to check these two vehicles right here on the front, but I don't want that freaking buzzard coming down here. Oh, I woke up the dog too? Okay, that's not good. Alright, so we need to get away from here. Dogs are bad. Now, because we're in a position where we can attack him from up here, we've got to get rid of him fairly quickly. Because if he destroys this bus, we die. But we don't want to be down there with him either. Give me back my arrows. And he was actually what I was referring to when I said that I'm going to use my knowledge of this place because I know that there's always a dog there. So let me just kill this guy because I'm sick of the noise. And I apparently woke up someone. Oh, that's a biker. Okay, we definitely don't want any smoke from him. Actually, I probably don't mind as much since we're on such an easy level. But typically, bikers are bad news for new players because they are very tanky. They take a lot to kill them. So typically if you're fighting a biker, you want to use wood spikes. Just go ahead and put you some wood spikes down and deal with him that way. Because as you can see, of all the zombies I fought in this series so far, he has taken a lot and he's not even dead yet. Alright, so he's finally out of there. Alright, so I want to search this car. And I want to search this bus. Alright, and now we can reset this POI. Alright, so it's a simple fetch. We just need to find the supplies. Anytime I go to a POI, I search everything. I search everything, I kill all the zombies. I get the end loot because the name of the game is being prepared. So the only way that we can properly do that is making sure that we make use of all of our time and our resources. So I don't want to deal with the little sky pest. So we'll get him out of there. And hopefully, if I can find that dog, I can get a sneak kill on him. I can find him without waking him up. So there's the house. So you know that there's a dog somewhere. And he is unfortunately hidden. Unless he didn't spawn at all. We're going to find out very quickly once we get down there. So let's make a jump over here. Yep, where was he? Oh, he was back there. Alright, so we're going to try to get rid of him real quick. Because he can't jump. I can't hit him. Oh, oh, he got up here. Alright, that's bad. That's all bad. That's all bad. Alright. Dog's freaking... Dog stressed me out, man. Alright, he's dead. He's the biggest threat. We can deal with her easy. Them freaking dogs, man. And that's in any iteration of this game. Them freaking dogs are just ridiculous to deal with. Hopefully, we don't see a wandering herd of dogs at any point during this little tutorial, because that's not going to be fun to deal with. And we want to have some fun, at least a little bit. Now, the wrench can be used for breaking things down. Right? Mostly used for cars, things of that nature. So as you can see, we're getting some iron, some plastic parts, some cloth, mechanical parts, pipes. You get a little bit of everything when you're breaking down a fully developed car. You see, we just got a battery. This is also one of the means that you can use to kind of get stuff to sell to the trader. So you can go out, literally spend a day doing nothing but breaking down cars just like that. And all of the stuff that you get from doing that, you can sell it to the trader. And it's just a quick way to make some easy money, if that's what you choose to do. I personally have never done that. I don't know. I like to try to make the game. I try to cheese the game, so to speak. Like, the game is difficult enough, and it has its it has its moments of easiness also. But I try not to make it too easy, and I try not to cheese it. That's why I only do the thing with the bird's nest only on the first day, just to kind of establish like a baseline. Could I get away with not doing it at all? Absolutely. Would it make the game just a little bit harder? Absolutely. And I would be okay with that. I'm thinking of doing a playthrough where I can't do any trader missions. I can buy and sell to the traders, but I can't do any missions from the traders. I think that will add another layer of difficulty to the game. I think in 3.0, they're gonna have an option to not even have the traders at all, and I think that's gonna make the game that much harder, which I'm here for. I'm also making the game harder. Let's get a little, let's get a little spicy, a little sneaky. We're gonna try to kill her without waking her up. I think there's one of you in this room, or is it the other room? Maybe this room. Maybe in the closet? Nope, other room. All right, well, he's awake now. And believe me, on a harder difficulty, I would be fighting these zombies very differently. But I'm finding this this difficulty level extremely easy, so I'm taking advantage of that. Plenty of magazines. Always search your little bookcases. We can make a better bow. We can make a better club. And we're going to do both right now. Better bow, better club. Right. Remove your mods from your items that you're no longer using so that you can put them on your new stuff. All right, so now we've got better fighting power for the zombies. I think there's another zombie around here. There is indeed, or at least there was. All right, so our little satchel thing is back here somewhere. Oh, is it in this closet? Where the hell is it? Is it on the porch? Oh, it's, huh? I have never seen that there. That's crazy. Didn't even know that that was a breakable spot. Well, learn something new. See, and trying to teach y'all something, I learned something. We're all better for it. All right, so we're going to finish looting this place. And then we're going to drop everything that we're not selling off. Collecting all of our cloth. Because remember, you're going to need it. I think there may be another zombie in here. Yeah. In the closet. Should have listened to Michael. Keep it in the closet, buddy. Now you're dead. All right. All done there. Always, I think I may have said this in episode 1, or I hope I said it at some point. If not, always break down these beds. Plenty of cloth, a little quick, easy wood, and you can never have too much cloth. It's not possible. All right, so let's grab these. We'll hit the kitchen for the end loot. And we are done with the Persa residence. And notice that I'm not even looking at what I'm taking out of the searchable, like the lootable containers, because I don't really care what it is. I know if I get like encumbered and I'm full and I just gotta clear up space, I know I can just come in and get some stuff out of there real quick. Oh, that's a good find. Let's bring that down here. We'll eat that at some point during the day. Protect planet, crossbow parts. All right, so here's a pro tip. Some of these cabinets that are open like this are breakable and have things in them. So the easiest way to do a quick check is just hit it once. If it's 100 health, it's not a breakable one with something in it. If it's 50 health, then there's something in it. Go ahead and break it. Oh, yes. All right, so we hit the jackpot. We couldn't have asked for anything better than this. All right, so this is a strength mod. It adds +1 to our strength category, and it goes in your headgear. So we're gonna throw that in, and now our strength is automatically up another point just for having that on. So that's one less point we're gonna have to spend. So that was a perfect find in here. Yeah, we got somebody being a butthole outside. Man, he's gonna try to break his way in here, but we're not gonna worry about him. We got stuff to do so we can get out of here because we want to get our base. We want to get all of our base stuff done today. I'm gonna scrap these because they're very easy to come by. And we are going to use our wrench and we're going to collect some mechanical and electrical parts from the toaster, the microwave, and as you can see, we're getting some iron as well. Coffee maker. And just for shits and giggles, we're going to go ahead and break down the refrigerator as well. And we're just collecting things that we're eventually going to need, but more importantly, we're getting iron from that. All right, another mission done. Let's head on back to the house. And that is the benefit of having, that's why we put at least 1 point into salvage operations. We were able to find all of the magazines that we needed to even be able to craft our wrench. And it actually saves us some stamina usage while we're using the wrench. The wrench is just like any other tool. It requires stamina for you to use. So I will meet y'all back at base. We'll drop off and head back over to the trailer. All right, we are back at base. That was a long, slow run because we are so encumbered. All right, now this gives us 50 food, so we're not going to eat that just yet. We're going to leave that up to the side. We're going to eat another bacon and eggs, and we're going to drink another red tea. And let's offload everything using our little quick offload here. Go ahead and drop this on there. And it's the craziest thing, but I promise you, as soon as you start, once you're able to like make your own cooking pots and stuff like that, you'll start finding them all over the place. I'm gonna rinse off because I don't want to call any other zombies while I'm dealing with this guy out here. I just don't want him messing with anything because we still got a lot of upgrading to do. 3 loot bags. That is amazing. Nice. The RNG is certainly on our sides today. And understand, at the end of the day, this game is all RNG. Right? If you're not finding something, it's all random. There's really not a lot that you can do about it. Now, some might think it a little crazy to kind of drop off some of your healing items. That's kind of what I always do because you find a lot of healing items. This goes into parts. Got some batteries. Some other stuff. Drop off this stuff. Drop off this stuff. And this stuff. Oh, no, not that stuff. This stuff. All right, so we're down to 3 arrows. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those and free up that other spot. This goes in here, these go in here, and this goes in here. Now, remember when we had 5 of these, it was basically 1 for 1, and it was like $7 for the sale price. Now we got 183, and our sale price is $256. So it kind of compounds. Still not going to sell them yet. We're going to hold on to them. And let's go back over to the trader and turn in our mission and grab another one. All right, hey, supply drop, and it's relatively close. We're gonna detour. Actually, we're gonna complete our mission first. We're gonna complete our second mission, and after we turn it into the trader, we'll go and grab that, because that's bound to have some stuff in it that we're gonna need. That's gonna make our lives
Congratulations.
that much easier.
Here's your reward.
Okay,
Sucker.
so really, none of these really intrigue me. I would take the grilled meat under other circumstances, but we're so kind of okay on food right now that I'm not really worried about it. I'm not running rifles in this walkthrough, so we're not going to worry about that. So I'm actually going to take the wood because we're going to use it for our upgrades. All right, let's see what he's got. Shade tree. So remember the hierarchy of your different missions. So we're going to get better rewards from the clear zombies missions than we are the fetch or the berry supplies. So I'm going to take Shade Tree Auto.
Listen up, jackass. Well, don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass.
And we're going to check its inventory.
Look who
So we're
decided
going
to show their face
start
again.
by selling the stuff that we don't need. And quick way to do this is using your Y button. Just select, and we're going to use the directional pad. Press up, and we sell those items, and we just completed another mission or another little challenge. All right, so we're going to check and see what he's got. I'm always taking the cobblestone rocks, especially early on, and it only costs us 120 to upgrade 40 blocks. We're going to take that every time. Other than a crucible, nothing here that we need. That's a whole different conversation for a whole different day. All right, so he's got quite a few books this time. This doesn't help us. Not worried about that. Not worried about that. That Armored Up could be useful. Tools Digest could be useful. But we've got 3 days. All right, as you can see up here, the restock day is day 7. So we've got time to decide if we actually want to buy any of these. Generator bank would be good. There's no rush on that. Again, whole different conversation for a whole different day. So really nothing that we absolutely have to have.
Even if it is to a scumbag like you.
So we're going to run off. We're going to go do this mission because it's very close. And it shouldn't take us that long. Today, we're basically just going to be upgrading. And if you're wondering why I'm only doing 2 missions a day, it's because I prioritize establishing somewhere safe and secure first and foremost. What you'll find a lot of people end up doing is around day 5, day 6, day 7, they're scrambling to try to put something together to be able to fend off the horde. Whereas at that point, I'm in cruise mode. I'm literally just doing whatever I want to do during the day and preparing for the zombies at night. Now, this is such a small POI. I'm going to show you what double looting would look like, just because this is such a small, short POI. All right. So if you double loot, before I activate this, I'm going to complete this entire POI, do and get everything in here before I reset it and do it all over again. All right. So again, I know this POI. There's usually a zombie over here, or it's over there sometimes. And there's only 3 or 4 zombies in this entire POI. All right, so we're gonna grab this. We're gonna take the plastic parts from here. Let's check and see if there's a zombie over here. May or may not be. Nope. So instead of being over here, he was over there this time. I'm going to take the tree for the wood because we're going to be doing a lot of upgrading. And if I were smart in thinking before we left the base, I would have put that iron in the forge to smelt down while we were out doing stuff today. Don't worry, I'll fix it. All right, and we're going to go around the back side of this building. Again, I know this POI. I know where to go, what to do. Grabbing all of this stuff because we're going to grab it again once we reset. Open up. Zombie to the right, typically. Yep, there he is. Yeah, we took him out. Oh, I thought he was dead. Oh, wrong weapon. Yeah, don't do that. Don't get stuck on the wrong weapon. All right, and there should be one more up here, and I think one more in a room back over there. So let's go ahead and clear them out. I really messed them up. There's our end loot. Got some food. Preacher boots. Now these are better than the little primitive boots that we're wearing, so we're going to put those on and get rid of our primitive shoes. And now we have better armor on our feet. And we're finding that level of armor this early on because of having that point into light armor. And this is why I do my point distribution the way I do. I want to give myself the best chance as early as possible to be in a position to deal with the zombies comfortably. And that's the key element of it, is I don't want it to be a struggle. Now, because of this difficulty setting, it probably seems a lot easier than it is. Like I may be making it look a lot easier than it actually is. But because this is such an easy difficulty setting for me, that's why it looks that way. It wouldn't look that way if I was playing on the warrior difficulty that I would normally play on. Yep, there'll be one more. Let's get him. Goodbye, bud. Good night. All right. Now that's the whole POI. That's literally it. That's the front entrance that we came in. And that's why I said this is a perfect place to show you like what it would look like to double loot an entire POI. We are officially done with this place, and that took us absolutely no time, which is why we can go ahead and do that again. Still not doing it, huh? Oh, yeah. All right. So let's do it again. Now, is the zombie going to be over here? Yep. So the zombie's over here this time. And he's already dead. Check for our arrow back. Nope. And there should not be one over here now. All right. And if you restart and play as much as I do, you'll start to understand and know, like I said, kind of where zombies typically spawn, what their usual habits are in certain POIs and all of that. So now we can move through a little bit faster because we kind of know the flow of everything at this point. I took my time the first time for the learning benefit of it, that you can kind of see how it works. But I'm going to move through it just a little quicker this time. Just a little faster. Again, be careful of hitting barrels because they will explode and you will have a bad day. And you don't want to have a bad day. Okay, you're swinging that while you're laying on the ground. So part of the game is this. All right. So we know we've got one more zombie to deal with in that office on the other side. Oh, we found some forged steel. That's pretty cool. And we can make better stone axe. Now, here is where things can get a little hectic, right? As you improve in the quality, your stamina cost also goes up, right? So Let's see if it'll show it. It doesn't show it. So what I like to do is you only have 6 tiers of each type, right? So at tier 6, and then after tier 6, it goes into the next tier of whatever that thing is. So as we get closer to iron tools, which is next after stone tools, I do like to go ahead and put another point into minor 69er just to help us deal with that stamina. Since we do have a point right now and we're getting closer, I am going to go ahead and put that point in there so that we don't use so much stamina when we're using our shovels and our axes and things like that. So if you're looking at my stamina right now, if I do one swing, look how quickly it generates back so that I'm able to just keep going without having to stop. And I should have expected a storm today. Should have brought a torch with me. Oh well, we'll be fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. And I'm just collecting all of the same stuff. Another thing you'll see is a little indicator right there that shows a little yellow dot. That's letting me know that there's another zombie and that's the last zombie, right? Or that's the last area with zombies, because there could be multiple over there, but we know that there's only one because of this type of mission. Now, the temperature outside is cold, right? You see, as we move in certain spots of this place, you see it drop quickly to like 46. So we know that that's going to be an issue as we go outside once we finish up this POI. Now, because of some of the things that we found, we know we're better equipped to deal with the weather. I don't remember if I came in this restroom the last time I came through here. If I didn't, I'm sure y'all will tell me. All right, well, there's no sneaking up on me. So let's just jump in and beat him down real quick. And just like that, we've completed 2 missions today. We at with our club. Can we make a better club yet? Nope, still 3. All right. Oh, this is the best drink in the game, in that it gives you 60 water, plus your stamina regen. It can cure dysentery, and that efficient digestion that we had from the red tea, it gives us that also. So let's head back to the base. We're gonna offload. We'll grab a torch. We'll go see Rect. We're gonna go pick up that supply drop. We're gonna start our forge on the iron that we found. And that's by the time we get back, we should be able to make some more forged iron so that we can make a hammer. And we will spend the rest of this day upgrading our base. And then once we do that, guys, it's basically smooth sailing at that point. We can spend the rest of the time doing missions and just trying to make ourselves as strong as possible in preparation for Horde Night. All right, so we're back. We're gonna offload. Well, we can scrap that. We don't need to keep that. And we definitely don't need that anymore. All right, so let's get all this stuff put away. And again, I'm just using my little quick tap on the to put away most of our items. And if it's things that we haven't placed anywhere before, these all go in my medical one, and this is forged steel, which also goes in here. We're gonna get this smelting. And ideally, I would like to get some more wood before we started upgrading. But that storm's gonna make that a little difficult. So we're gonna grab our torch. And should I eat now since it's storming? I might as well. And we don't have to worry about creating a smell because the rain's gonna wash us off. And just like that, it's gone.
Good evening. I'd shake your hand, but I bet you got dysentery.
All
The way you
terrible yet
smell.
again. If this were a longer playthrough, I may consider the shotgun shells, but I'm gonna take the wood. I'm gonna take this for our first mission for tomorrow,
I don't
just so
like
that we
you,
can get some
but
clay.
you better not fuck this
I
up.
know that the
or I'll
reward
cut
is gonna
your
be
goddamn
absolute
throat.
trash for it. But let's go pick up this supply truck. Oh, bad timing for you, my boy. Because the rain's going away. I don't have to hold this torch. Should have minded your business. Well, so we got close to the supply drop. And then everybody decided they wanted to come out and play since the sun was coming back out. It's fine. We can play with them. There's no worries. Look at them. Because they happen to play with them, we found all of these wonderful bird's nests we're going to need. A whole whopping 12 feathers we have now. Hey, another one. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we know we already have on a tattered undergarment. If you ever want to check, hold down Y or triangle if you're playing on PlayStation, and just press wear. You hear that sound to let you know that it's actually changing, but this isn't changing, so we already have that on. We're going to scrap that. We don't need that. We just ate. We just drank some wood cubes. A little late, but we got them. And then you're going to get a crafting skill magazine bundle. So let's go ahead and open that, see what we get. All right, so just scrapping for fun, handyland, and so useful, but not at the same time. Either way, we're all to the good. So let's head back to the base. All these birds nests today. Let's head back to the base, grab some forged iron, and craft our hammer, and let's get upgrading. All right, so I'm gonna call an audible. Nothing's changed as far as what we're gonna be doing, but I want to show you another way that you can gain more XP. All right, so he doesn't have anything that we really want, so I'm gonna buy one of these learning elixirs, just one. And what I'm gonna do with it is use it as a catalyst to get us more XP since we're gonna be upgrading for the rest of the episode. Now, I'm not gonna make y'all watch me slowly upgrade every single block. Um, I can tell you what I'm gonna do, and then I'll do it, and then I'll come back to you when we're done and take you kind of on a walk around on what we completed based on the resources that we currently have. So first things first, let's get to making some more forged iron. And let's drop off all of this stuff. Actually, I'm going to drink this free red tea. This is going in our crafting box. That goes in there. Those go in there. That goes in there. We're going to bring this down here. We're actually, what I'm going to do with this torch is put it right here, just to give us a little light, and so with that we know where if we're ever in a scramble, we know where our ladder is to get back up into our base. So for our hammer, we're going to need some duct tape. I believe we need some leather, and we're going to need the forged iron. So we should have 5 pieces made already. We're going to grab this, and let's quickly make our hammer. 2 minutes. So while that's crafting, I'm going to grab all the cobblestone that we have, and I'm going to walk you through what I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to do as much as I can with the wood that we have. So we're going to start with the fighting position. Really, I'm trying to tell the people what I need to do, and you want to be rude. You didn't even call before you came over here. All right, so as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, we're going to upgrade the fighting position and everything around it to cobblestone. We're going to upgrade this walkway across here and across there and cobblestone. All of this we're going to upgrade to wood. This is all you're going to need it to be on your first horde night. All of this will be wood, with the exception of these first 3 blocks. These will be cobblestone. And then on all 4 sides of this, the first 3 blocks will be cobblestone. The reason why we only need to do the first 3 blocks is because the zombies can only hit 3 blocks high. The zombies are 2 blocks tall and they can hit up an extra block. So we want to make sure that the first 3 blocks are as protected as we can get them for the first horde night. Same thing here. We're going to do this here. If we have, with whatever wood we have left, we're going to start going around the outside of this, and we'll start upgrading the walls. But I don't, yeah. So we're gonna go around the perimeter and the legs, and then instead of doing the walls on the horde base first, we're gonna go around the legs and the first layer of the crafting base and convert all of those to wood. We're not gonna upgrade those past that right now, just because we don't need to. And any fighting that we're doing with the zombies is going to be over here, so this needs to be the strongest area. So I'm going to get started, and once I run out of wood, I'll take you back through where we are, even if it's nighttime, and we will end the episode there because there's really not much else for me to do today. So I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, that was all bad. So we somehow got a score. And at night. So this is the difference between zombies during the day and zombies at night. So as she comes up, we should see her with glowing orange eyes. Oh, she's not a feral, so that's good. But you see how quickly I got my butt in somewhere safe where I can actually fight her. So she likely called some friends, and it sounds like we got another screamer coming. But this is basically what horde night is going to look like. Zombies are going to be piling up right here, and we're just going to whack their heads off. It's like playing whack-a-mole. And this is, now the thing, this is not an AFK build. This is not an AFK build. You are going to have to kill the zombies and maintain upkeep on this base. So this isn't something that you can just, oh, I'm just gonna build this base, I'm just gonna sit back and just ride out horde night. No, this isn't that. I wouldn't want a base like that. I wouldn't build a base like that. For me, the point of this game is to be actively involved. That doesn't mean that this is impenetrable. If something happens, the zombies can get through here. It is very much possible, and I could very well die. So there's still that sense of urgency that you got to be properly protected. All right, that sounds like a crawler, and if he's the last zombie, we're in good shape. And it appears that he is, so I'm not worried about him. But that's the dangers of being out at night, right? And if you're not prepared to be out at night, don't be. There's nothing that says that you have to do anything at night other than hang out in your base. That's the time where you can craft some materials or do, plan whatever it is you want to do next. But I'm not taking any chances of running to any ferals. That's why as soon as I hear a zombie, I get inside and force them up here. And I'm really surprised we have not seen any ferals yet in all of the zombies that we've seen at night. All right, so we made quick work of her. And I'm such an idiot, y'all. I bought that learning elixir so that I could get extra XP while I was doing this and forgot to freaking drink it. So we still ended up gaining 2 skill points, but we probably could have gained a little more experience and maybe another point or two. Well, definitely at least another point because we're about to get another one now. So now we've got 3 skill points to use. And as you can see, I'm just making my way around until I run out of wood. And if you're wondering why I'm not upgrading these to cobblestone just yet, it's because I really don't need to. As you've seen, when zombies come, I immediately move over to the horde base because that's its intended purpose is for fighting the zombies. So that's what we're going to use it for. All right, so all of the legs are good. I'm not going to worry about this little patch right here. We got a lot done. And we are pretty much out of wood. We used quite a bit of our cobblestone, but we got our entire horde base, the legs and supports upgraded to cobblestone, except for that one block. We have our full face of our fighting position upgraded. Not worried about those blocks up there because the zombies won't be able to get to them because of these. So that would just kind of serve as a shield to those upper levels. And if they were to stack, you see how it pushes me back. So if they were to stack on top of each other, they'll just get pushed off and either pushed back or pushed down to the floor. Now, what I'm probably going to do in this tutorial is I'm going to build a bunch of spikes and I'm going to put them right around in this area. What that's going to do is take the zombies out of rage mode. So when they fall down, they go into rage mode and they just start beating on your pillars. Those spikes will damage them and take them out of rage mode. So it'll just help the pillars. How did I miss that one? It'll just help the pillars last that much longer and not take any or very little damage from the zombies throughout the horde night. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it because we will definitely get to it. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to put my hammer away because we're not done with it for now. There's no need for us to carry it with us throughout our daily travels and daily excursions. And it is a wrap for day 4. Tune in for day 5. Day 5 and day 6, I may just run together because it's basically just going to be a lot of going out doing quests and upgrading. That's literally just going to be back and forth. We are set. I probably have everything to build a workbench. Nope, not enough mechanical parts. So we'll probably try to get a workbench built as well. The reason why I'm not stressing over not having one is because Anything that I would need to craft on there, I can't make yet. So everything that I need, I can make on me. Again, different conversation for a different day. Thank you guys for kicking it. Hope you are enjoying the series. Again, let me know if there's anything that I haven't covered that you need me to cover in this new beginner's guide. And again, this is with the mind of a brand new player who has no clue about how to establish yourself. Veteran players can take some of this stuff and do their own thing with it, but I'm mostly worried about those players that are brand new to the game and just have no clue about what to do. You know what to do. Help your boy out. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and have a good day, good people. I'll catch you in the next one.